Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm participating in 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 18. Hello everyone, and welcome to Series 18 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And I hope you are going to enjoy these amazing sketches as much as I am. Okay, so our first sketch for this series is by Eve McKnight, and you can find her as Caledonia Papercraft on Instagram. And so this is the sketch here. We have some large chevron pieces, some mixed media, and we have these little Instagram photo frames with a clip and one photo. We have a title, spot for journaling. Then we have some kind of like layered up border pieces there. So that is what we're starting with. This is the photo I chose. I am going to continue, like I did in my last 30 Days of Sketches series, working through a box of photos that I had printed before I purchased my photo printer. It is almost empty. Do I still have it? I do. So this was full of photos that had been printed and hadn't been scrapbooked yet. Because once I got my photo printer, I was so excited to be able to print in whatever size I wanted that I just kind of lost interest in this box, which is kind of sad but true. And so I've been powering my way through it in the last, I guess, year and a half. And I'm almost there, you guys. It's so exciting. So this is the last big envelope of photos. And after I pulled all the ones out I'm going to do for 30 Days of Sketches, I really only have a few left. I have a couple of others from some other trips that need to be finished up. And I have this is a whole other thing and another thing. We'll do that. We'll deal with that later. But I'm so excited about how close I am to finishing that project. So I thought I would share. Okay, so today I am scrapbooking about this. I'm going to be doing all roadside attractions this time. That's the photos that I have left. And I'm kind of excited about it because I forgot, I guess, like how diverse all of the things are. And I like to scrapbook according to theme, so it's going to be fun. So this one is a milk can, and it is 15 feet tall. It's quite cool. When we put the kids in front of it, they were all under this little black line, so it's pretty big. Then we have, so this is going to go in my Roadside Attractions album. So what I did was I pulled out a fall collection because I thought, like, with the wheat and whatever, the harvest kind of idea. So I grabbed this one. I haven't even broken into this. So this is the other thing I'm excited about, is that because all of the different topics from these roadside attractions are going to draw me to different collections that maybe I haven't even opened yet. So this one is a Cartabella collection, and it is from, what's the date on this one? 2019. So I haven't even cracked it yet. So there we go. Photo from 2016. Paper pack from 2019. We're ready. We're ready for this. And so what I did was I pulled out some of the papers that I thought would be good. So I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. So I love this paper. It's not perfect. How much more perfect can you get than that paper? So this is going to be like my main background piece, and then I want it edged with that wood grain. And then what I'm thinking is running this through my Cricut and cutting out those giant chevrons out of this same paper. So it would be not just my frame, but also those giant chevron pieces out of this. And then I think I'm also going to do my sketch is hiding. I'm also going to do the Instagram frames with my Cricut. So I think I'm going to use, I pulled out these two papers. I think I'm going to do a red one and a blue one. And then we have that red, blue, yellow, and brown kind of coloring. And I'm going to leave the orange out of it because this wasn't actually fall, it was summertime, but I want it to have that like harvest vibe to it. And then I think I'm going to do my journaling on this journaling card here because it has the milk can also. Okay, So, and that's kind of why I picked this collection, was because it had this element in the papers and and then when I was super excited when I found that wheat paper. So, and then hopefully I'm going to pull some things from my sticker sheet. I also grabbed these because we had those layered up border strips. So these are old. They're from Close to My Heart. They're called Color Ready, so you can make them whatever color you want. They're craft on one side, white on the other, and then they're meant to be inked up. And then, yeah, I got these at a yard sale, so they were super cheap. I also have some washi because I thought the layered up border strips would be fun to do with washi. So I have, these are the fall washies that were in that box. They're all by Simple Stories. And let's see, I don't want them to roll away on me. Okay, there we go. I also have this. It's from a different fall collection from Cartabella. It's called Welcome Autumn, but it also has some of those same, so I'm thinking like this little piece, like some of those same colors in there. I did have this Cartabella one. I think it's from the same collection as this, but I didn't like the, like it's too pumpkin-y. That's not what I'm going for, so we're not going to use that one. It was part of this little kit. And then I have some brads that I could look at using. They're the adhesive kind of brads. And then we have some enamel dots that look like they're going to go. And they're all kind of from Cartabella, but they're not all the same collection. So, except for the washi and the border strips. So that's where I'm starting. I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to run that stuff through my Cricut, and I'm going to pull an ink. I'm going to do some journaling. I'm going to find the date for this photo, and I'm going to pick a title. And then I'll come back on and we will finish up the layout together. All right, so hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I have everything cut and I'm ready to assemble. So let's get to it. So first thing I did that I didn't mean to do was I cut these at 7.5, and I don't know why I thought they were smaller, but that's okay. They ended up looking good when I put them on the page, so maybe I did the right thing. Who knows? But then I put them, I forgot to check like which way, like where they were before I cut. So they're kind of a little bit to the left, but I think it's going to work out okay. So I'm just going to put my adhesive around the outside edge like I normally would, and then we'll figure it out from there. If it sticks out, I will fix it. Okay, just going to measure it up. And, oh look, it works out nicely. See, it's totally fine. I was worried for nothing. Because I want this to be about halfway across. So, I think that's right there. And then I just want it down a little ways. There we go. Okay, now before I push that down, let me grab my T-square and see if I can settle that down on here. And there we go. Okay, and then we're going to do this one. And I did go ahead and ink everything in the Vintage Photo Distress ink. So I think most things are already inked, so I just have to put them down. You don't have to watch that part. But I kept it out in case I wanted to add something that hasn't been inked yet, which I probably will. Okay, we have this. So what I did for this one was I used double-sided score tape. And I'm going to use that to stick it to my photo because it will fit in those little spaces without having to add the white glue. Sometimes white glue, I don't worry too much about it, but it does discolor the photo sometimes, so try not to get it on my pictures. There we go. And then the way that she has it here, they're kind of like clipped together, sort of. We will want a little bit of this showing and a little bit of that showing. There we go. Maybe I should have cut that one a bit bigger, but that's okay. We don't need to. And then I wanted something here to like clip it, but I didn't find anything, so I'm going to keep looking, but I just don't have it right now. And then I wanted to do my strips across the bottom here, and I might need to lift these up because I ended up deciding to do the washi, and I decided to put it right down onto the yellow page because I usually want it on white cardstock so that the pattern or whatever shows up, but when I did this one on white cardstock, it was too bold for the rest of the layout, and I didn't really like it. And then, what else do we have? Oh yeah, I was going to do this one. So the next piece that I was going to layer up for those strips was from the sticker sheet. Really wanting to like focus on like what's already in the collection that I can use. And I thought instead of punching out some paper, I could use this beautiful sticker. It's got all the colors pulled together in one strip, which is awesome. There we go. And then I pulled out one of those strips from Close to My Heart, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the craft side because it matches really, really nicely with this wood grain, and so I think I'm just going to do that. So I'm just going to add white glue to the back and tiny things. So just stick that right under there and under this one. There we go. How fun is that? Oh my goodness, what a great idea. And see, I love 30 Days of Sketches. I would have never pulled this out to use with this collection if I hadn't seen that element on her sketch. Do I have to follow that? No. But did it give me an idea and remind me of something that I owned? Yes. That's so fun. Okay, so I just want to have a little extra glue there. Okay, now I am going to go grab my paper clips. So this side is basically all paper clips. Why I didn't pull this out before I turned on the camera, I have no idea. These ones could also work. So let's see what we can make happen here. So if I did do that, I need to, oh yeah, curl it down a little bit more and it works fine, right? So a little bit over. Okay. Lid. I'll set those aside, I'll put them away later. And before I put my photo down, I do think I'm going to grab my splatters. There we go. We have some splattery spots. I guess that's... Okay, so now I just need to put my photo down. I think I'm going to angle it a little bit. And I'm just going to put kind of an X through across the back of adhesive, and that way I can tuck under if I decide I want things to go underneath there. There we go. It's a little bit too angled for me. Take that away a little. About like that. That's better. Okay, now I want to get my title, but I also want my journaling, and I don't want to get too far into putting down, there it is, my title, because I think my journaling and my title are going to overlap a little. So this is my journaling. I need to, so my title, I picked these burlap, it says burlap letter stickers in the Eric font. So I thought those went well with like a farm kind of theme. And then I also grabbed these metal alphabet charms, and I had to mix the fonts so that I had all the letters that I needed, because that's probably why I don't use them very much anymore, is because I don't have what I need, but I need to get past that and use the things. So this also, I was thinking, might layer in nicely with my journaling cards. So I think I'm going to ink that and glue that down. So what I did with these was I picked them all, the letters that I needed, and then I stuck them all down with, or onto a glue dot so that I would not lose them before I turned the camera on, because that's kind of how it goes sometimes, right? So I am just going to pause the camera actually and stick all of these down, because it's going to take me a minute, and then I will turn the camera back on. So hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my photos, my title, my journaling. I need my date, so I'm going to use these little label pieces that I pulled from my color bins to add a date to the layout. And just going to layer them up and stack them onto there. And let's see, I set my date stamp. I went and looked up my when I was there, and I set my date stamp. There we go. So there's that. So we have journaling, photos, title, date. Okay, so now we just need to embellish. So let me grab my sticker sheet and let's see what we can find that is not too pumpkin-y. I like this. Of course I want this somewhere. Where are we going to get that on there? We have one here. Should we put another one over here? Maybe. That would be fun. I like the idea of this one. But the bow goes down this way. Could tuck it in over here. And then I also pulled these little tags that I thought kind of coordinated with the colors. I don't know if I'm going to get them all in here, but tuck 1, 2, put one over here, oops, and one up here. What else do we have? We have a bow here, so do we want another bow? Put one down here. We could put, oh wait, that's cute. What else? We have little florals. So let's see, where are our florals? We have florals, we have kind of florals in all the places, but I could tack one behind my title. This is cute. This is little milk cans. That kind of goes with my theme, doesn't it? Tuck that there. All right, let's see if we have anything on our puppies that we want to use. So I talked about using this one. So we have a jar here and a jar here. So I'm thinking maybe a jar up here. And then we could also put, this bicycle would work. It's not specifically about falling leaves. Okay. And then, what else do I have? I have a little rooster. We could go on here. Nothing wrong with a little rooster. Okay. So that's our puppies. We got some adhesive brads, but I could put one brad in each cluster. We've got, this one's cute. It's got little sunflowers sticking out. That's fun. Oh, it's too dark. This one's just a blue pattern. It could go down here. I could just do this red leaf. That's fine. Maybe over here. So now we have them in 3 spots. And then I was thinking for the little tags, we could pop the enamel dots onto the tags in 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. And there we have it. So I think that is my layout for today. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you'll go check out the collaborative playlist for Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches, and give some love to the other people who are participating. If you're here from that playlist, thank you for spending some time on my channel. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope you'll come again. And don't forget also to go and give some love to Eve McKnight. She is Caledonia Papercraft on Instagram. And I would just like to say thank you to Eve for this beautiful sketch. And thank you to Christy for setting up yet another fabulous series of 30 Days of Sketches. I look forward to spending the rest of the month with you guys. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.